Welcome back, friends. We are with Adam Davis, good friend to us here at News 18. Adam, great to see you, and we got some good news.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me, Ben.
So tomorrow morning, well, let's first talk about your books. You've written a number of books now.
Yeah.
This is one of the most recent ones, Behind the Badge, 365 Daily Devotions for Law Enforcement. That's where you got your career start, obviously, in law enforcement, working as a Dothan police officer. And now you're writing about those experiences and getting seen by a lot of folks. So tomorrow morning, going to be on the 700 Club.
Absolutely. It'll be airing across the country, nationally syndicated, and of course right here in the Wiregrass on WDHN, which I'm really proud of.
We're proud of that too. Talk with us about tomorrow when folks tune in to the show. What will they see when they watch this piece?
This is a testimony of God's goodness and how His love can transform a life. And it's a testimony of what happens when we understand that there's not a set of rules to live by, and that God is relational. And so it'll take you through some dark times. It'll seem kind of really hopeless for a little bit, and then the sun will come shining through, and you'll see a fantastic testimony.
Well, and it's easy to see that the sun, God, is shining in your life now. You've had great success, and hopefully much more on the way. When you talk about some of those times that God saw you through, was that as a police officer?
Yeah, absolutely.
That can be very tough and treacherous work, right?
Yeah, it can, you know, and there's a lot of other professions out there, and this is not to demean any of that, but it's regardless of where you're at or what your profession is or what you're doing or what you're going through, His presence is there to give you hope, and He can give you peace through it all. And that's really what my story is that He's a good God regardless of our circumstances.
Amen. Well, I'll tell you this. I've been reading some of the book. I've had it for a little while. I haven't quite finished it, but this stuff relates to me as a news anchor.
Oh, that's great.
You know, and so there's quite a bit in there that I can look at and go, okay, I can pull this into my own life. So a good read for all.
Good.
So if folks are looking for your books, where can they find them?
You know, they're really everywhere, but if you want to connect with me personally, you can find me on the website, theadamdavis.com. That's THE adamdavis.com, and the books are really sold everywhere across the country.
What a remarkable journey.
Recently, I found out that it was a CBA retailer best-selling devotion, on the same list with Billy Graham, Sarah Young, and Mark Batterson, some of the biggest names in the country.
Did you ever envision that you would be
no clue.
sitting in a patrol car? I'm sure you worked third shift before as an officer, and that could be some lonely times. I mean, you get out, you're by yourself most of the night, and wow.
That's really where this was birthed.
Yeah.
Because I looked for resources and couldn't find things that really related to me on a cop's level.
Yeah.
And so when cops across the country read this, they know that one of their brothers wrote this.
Yeah.
And that's some of the greatest feedback I'm getting from New York to LA. It's really cool.
Outstanding. There may be a police officer watching you right now. What do you say to them?
You know, I think the greatest thing for you is to understand that no matter where you're at or what you're going through, God's presence and peace is available for you, and He's with you through whatever. He does not change.
Adam Davis, always a pleasure.
Thank you, my friend.
That's tomorrow morning here on WDHN after Good Morning America. You can watch our man on the 700 Club. Great job.